I feel invisible when I open my eyes and step out of bed and take that first breath.
I feel invisible when I leave my home.
I feel invisible when I'm on a crowded subway.
I feel invisible in my childhood home.
I feel invisible when someone doesn't know the physical and emotional pain I am going through.
I feel invisible when I'm rolling to my destination.
I feel invisible when people look at the person I'm with and not me.
I feel invisible when I talk to my doctor and he pushes medication on me.
I feel
as a way to
invisible
solve my
when
problem.
there is no
I
access.
feel invisible when I'm sick.
I feel invisible when people think that I'm lazy, but I'm suffering with fatigue.
I feel invisible when people turn their back to me when they're speaking.
I feel invisible
When I'm around humans without empathy.
When I'm at a bar with a group of young people.
When people ask the person next to me a question about
On
me.
the outside and frowning
When
on
I
the
take
inside.
pills and confusion takes
when
me.
I speak my truth.
One day, my friend and I roll up to the physical therapy office to the reception desk, and she can't see my face because she can only see the top of my head. And she asked my friend the question, how many sessions are you going to have? And I'm looking at her like, I'm right here. And then she proceeds to ask my friend, and not me, what are you coming here for? Is it physical therapy for your thigh, for your hip? Is it physical therapy for muscular dystrophy? And again, she asks my friend, and not me. This is an easy fix. Just open up the door and talk to me. I'm not going to roll in and take over the place. Just open up the door and talk to me. I'm right here. Just open up the door and talk to me. I'm right here. That day, I felt invisible.
You think it would be impossible for a disabled, Hispanic, plus-size female to be invisible? But I can tell you, from personal experience that invisibility comes in forms as varied as my identities. Medical Industrial Complex Case Manager. I need prior authorization to live. Request denied. It's not medically necessary. Public business owner? I need access to your services that only you provide. Access denied. We were built before the ADA. Housing authority? I need an accessible place to live. I lost my home in Superstorm Sandy. Application denied. Our minuscule accessible unit is already taken. Transportation authority? I need to get on this train. Access denied. The elevator is out of order. Hey doc, I'm not feeling well. Can you prescribe something for me? Denied, but I can send you to a nutritionist. Hey, concert venue, this is my favorite band. Can I get tickets for the front row? Access denied, but you can watch it through somebody else's cell phone screen. Wound care specialist, can you please perform that surgery you know will heal this once and for all? It's taken over my life. Plead denied. But just keep doing what you're doing. Hey, DEI office, can you please turn on those captions for the meeting? Access denied. We don't have that feature turned on. Hey, Jersey, another superstorm is coming, and I need to find shelter now. Access denied. We're not equipped to handle people like you. Go to the nearest hospital. They'll take you. I'm right here. My superpower, she says, is being alive. You see me. They see me. Yet you treat me and they treat me as though I'm invisible. I'm not invisible. You just make me feel that way.
I was 6 years old and walked into the classroom that was gray and held odor like a thick old layer of dust. You know, the kind of dust that makes you sneeze. My mommy always made me nice dresses. Yes, I had homemade original clothes by Amelia. I sauteed into the classroom across the top floor and sat in the back row where I was directed. I sat near a corner of tattered textbooks. But my dress was a beacon. It was white with flowers of all colors, purple for queenly and red for passion. I would sit at the back of the classroom for the next 6 years. 1974, the year before an IEP. Individual education plan. The whispers would start when I walked into the classroom. Dumb, stupid, slow. The blackboard on wheels would separate me from the rest of the class. I would whisper my answers to my paraprofessional, Miss Williams. She said to me, "What is 5 plus 3? 6. What's your favorite food?" she said. Chocolate. How many chocolates do you see when you look at 5 and 3? I think it's 8. I wish Miss Williams could have stayed with me. She was the only one to see me, hear me, love me. No dumb half-breed or high yellow mental midget. I was her dancing princess with my own special handmade clothes by Amelia.
I've always felt invisible from a very young age. And that's where I feel like my passion to perform stemmed from. it stemmed from that feeling of wanting people to see me in a good light. But although I think that's what drew me to performing, I don't think that it helped. I don't think that being on stage and being a performer made me not feel invisible. I only stopped feeling invisible when I surrounded myself with people with the capacity to see me, and until I was really ready to see myself. It's so important to be seen. I think that's what everyone wants at the end of the day, is to know that they're important and that they can be their authentic selves. And that they can be their authentic selves, and that they can be capable of being loved for their authentic selves.
It was my mother who taught me invisibility. At a young age, I could disappear. I could not be seen. I could be invisible. My mother was like a faucet. She could run warm or cool. She could run hot, and she could run ice cold. When she became ice cold, I became invisible. There was nothing I could do to break through that wall, the invisible wall that made me disappear. And soon I learned to make myself invisible. I was a no-show. I was not well. I was invisible. Maybe I would be missed. Maybe I could break through. And maybe sometimes I need to be invisible.
When I was 21 years old, my boyfriend made me feel invisible. All eyes were on us as we masqueraded as a perfect couple. A strong, powerful, successful, serious, intimidating black man desiring a woman who was to be an arm piece. I was invisible. Out in public seeking attention from people, I faded away, losing importance. I stood in the shadow of him, invisible, never feeling like I fit in. There was nothing I could do to change his actions. I stayed in the background, smiling, poised, like a statue, only to be looked at and admired. When I was invisible, I was accepted. Could being invisible bring me happiness? It made me question my mental health and the true meaning of life.
It's so early that I'm taken back by the knock on the door. Any knock at that time, you know it has to be something wrong. I can see what I now know to be concern all over your face. And just like that, they take you away. A few hours later, I'm told to pick up your property. He won't be coming home today, the detective says. The journey from my home to that office seemed like forever. When the door of the elevator opened up And when my gaze read that circular label on the door, my heart sank. Why am I here? What is going on? I am so confused. The conversation was a blur as I extended my hands to accept the property. A few hours later, I got a call. Please come to night court. It's dark outside, and my city doesn't feel like home. These cold, concrete court buildings are such unfamiliar territory. Through my tears and my stressed words, I asked for directions to night court. I feel like I'm asleep, like I'm living a nightmare. I can't wake up. Shortly after, I see him come through the side door. He's shackled. I hear the hisses and the comments from the others in the courtroom that are here for someone else. Just as the judge says these terrible things that he's accused of. My head is lowered, my tears are flowing, and my whole reality is changed. One early morning, I lost everything.
Purple for queenly and red for passion.
It's so important to be seen.
Maybe I could break through.
Could being invisible bring happiness?
I can't wake up. What I want people to see is that access isn't equal.
What I want people to see is that I cry and shake, that I explode and sometimes implode all at the same time.
What I want people to see is I don't need to be cured.
I want people to see that I'm not in chains.
What I want people to see is that I'm trying my damnedest just to survive.
What I want people to see is how I've taken my body and turned it into a beautiful mosaic.
What I want people to see is that accessible housing, transportation, education, employment, and medical care are not privileges we experience, but rights we are owed.
What I want people to see is my
strength. What I want people to see is our need to be in
The
community.
value of community.
Human connection.
What I want people to see is my beauty and
The
sexuality.
beauty in all creatures.
Natural beauty in disabled bodies, including yours and mine.
I am disabled. And I am beautiful.
What I
want people to see is love.
What I want people to see is my vitality.
I am a human being with soft flesh and not hard. What I want people to see is I am human.
What I want people to see is that I am enough, I am worthy, and my life is worth living.
Yes, me. I am worthy.